Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca. We are doing concealers today. My favorite concealers, drugstore, 10 of them. Here we go. Is there 10? There's 10. Hello, welcome. I hope you're gonna hang out. I hope you're cool with my vibe. Let's get started. These are in no particular order. I cannot rank things because to save my life. And some of these maybe you hate, maybe other people hate them. I don't know. I have my reasons for liking them. There's a lot here. There's good ones here. There's ones I've talked about ad nauseum. But so affordable. I'm so excited. Okay, my first one has been a bargain of the week on my channel, and sometimes I don't use it on camera very often, but there's always one in my drawer, and it's the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is HD, high definition. Do we remember what HD stands for? Concealer. It comes in correctors. It comes in so many shades. It's really affordable. It has a brush, applicator, and this shade is the vanilla. So I like it. I've been a fan of it for a long time. It's just got a nice, pretty thick, like really good coverage, and it spreads well and it doesn't crease or any of that. Wet n Wild Photo Focus. So a lot of folks love the new Incognito mascara. I do that. I sometimes, anyway, the Incognito Concealer has been a favorite. I get it. It's not a favorite of mine. It might be. I changed my mind. Photo Focus. This one is, I love it because it isn't terribly, like it's not thick. It's doe foot. It's your typical, it's just such a surprisingly good brightening concealer. Like it's not luminous, it's not matte. It's just kind of good. It dries down easily. I don't set it with a lot of powder or anything like that. And it just looks good. So Photo Focus, when they came out, by the way, this shade is Light Honey, and you can see it has just like, this is the perfect neutral for me. It sets on its own. You can see how light the LA Girl is compared. It is just, when they first launched it, the Photo Focus was all about looking good in selfies and no flashback and all this other stuff. And I wish they didn't discontinue the powder. The powder was amazing. I cannot find it anywhere. And I really enjoy this concealer. e.l.f. I have two. You're not gonna be surprised at all. All right, so we have e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, Satin Finish. I never noticed it said that. So it comes in a lot of shades. It's very affordable. It's really got a thick consistency. Let's just pick a shade here. I've got Light Sand. Light Sand is good. These have, like, if you need a pale concealer, you will find a friend. So big doe foot. I definitely prefer a doe foot concealer is my number one, but other methods of applicator aren't deal breakers. They just kind of, yeah. So here's the Light Sand, and it is creamy. Feels that's just a weird word to say. It's very thick, and it stays a little tacky maybe, whereas the original formula, we've all talked about this, it's kind of dry, people were like, oh, I don't think I like this, and then this came along and people are like, I love this. So this is just a really good concealer, and it's a favorite. And then the brightening concealer is, because it's in a pen, I think people don't like it as much maybe, but it is not sheer. It is it's got a full coverage. It really dries down, and I'm gonna just show you shade Oh, medium 32N, another excellent shade range. And it comes with the brush, it's the pen, the clicky thing. And let's do it right next to the sand. You can see how darker it is. This is also got a thicker, you might think, oh, it's brightening, it's not gonna be that thick. And it might surprise you because the formula is really full coverage, I think. And it's definitely a formula that it doesn't crease. I actually like it better if you have crepey under eye area, if you have lines or anything you don't want to emphasize. I think this e.l.f. brightening is better than the e.l.f. hydrating, which I know that seems like, oh, I should go with, if I'm crepey, I'll go with the hydrating and then it'll just really help me out. But I actually think that the brightening has a smoother finish. So Makeup Revolution, I cannot forget them. The Conceal and Define is quite the workhorse of concealers. Very, very high coverage. The shade range, I don't want to say it's weird. It's pretty comprehensive, but it always runs different than I expect it. So I grabbed the one that says C6, and I did a reel, I've done a couple features with this concealer, and they have so many kinds of concealer, but you can see how the C6, if you have some discoloration under your eye, some shadows that you want to help neutralize, this would be a really good base. The C6 is just like a cool apricot shade, but it does a good job of just setting and, making you look good. Let's not look so tired, even if we are. Folks, I don't think people liked this concealer, but I did, and it's The Ordinary. So this, again, The Ordinary, affordable, comprehensive shade selection. I like this. I like this because it's just sort of I think people didn't like it because, it wasn't very YouTube. It wasn't very Instagrammy. I like that it's a tube of concealer. You can use this everywhere. You can get different shades. It's thicker than you think. Look at that. Yeah, what happened? 1.2N, runs light. So if you're like, oh, I just need the lightest, if you're pale like me and you think, I just need the lightest, actually, you're gonna need to go up several shade categories. So I just think that it smooths out. What I like to do with this is take a Real Techniques or my BK Beauty 108, and I like to just buff it out with that, or tap it on with my fingers and then buff it out with a brush and just let it be. I just think it does a really nice job. I do. Also, let's not be a broken record, but let's. JCat Beauty, Stay Assurance, hello. Who didn't like this? Stephanie Marie? Stephanie, was it you? Somebody didn't like this, and I was like, how can you not like it? It's like when you tell your friend who you think is cute, and they go, you think he's cute? And you're like, that's how I am sometimes when other channels, when I watch something and they don't like a product I like, I'm like, how do you not like that? I like that. I don't know. I'm not alone in that, right? Okay.
Super cute. Wait, is it cute?
Okay. So this is another product that is very affordable. It says it's waterproof. I have not tested its waterproof abilities. Maybe I'll take some to Maui with me and we'll see. This again is another formula that really runs pale, so you've got just this huge shade arrangement, and so you're gonna have to, if you're pale like me, don't go with the lightest because it'll be white, so move on up. Okay, so we're gonna show, oh, and this is Banana, so this is like a corrector. Why don't we look at Banana? Okay, love the doe foot. I just love how much product you get in this. Is water sealed. Is that like waterproof? Zero smudge. And I don't set it with powder, you know, I mean, all my concealers I set with a little bit of powder, but usually it's just, you know, it's just a brush in the powder, dusted, that's it. We're not packing it on. This a little goes a long way, which is pretty much why I've had this whole tube for 16 years. And it's a little bit, it's kind of thick, but it really smooths out, and you don't need a lot. You can use it as a neutralizer. Yeah, it's just, and then it's like, whoop, it's set, done. Okay, so this says 24-hour full coverage. I did a video recently, and I gotta say, this is growing on me. I wore this to my son's high school graduation ceremony where I cried, because hello. And yeah, I cried. It was a lovely day. It was beautiful. I wore a mask. I wore sunglasses. We had pictures. And this looked good. This looked good all day. So I have shade 820. And my only kind of thing about this product is I really jumped the gun on how new it is, and you can't find it many places. It's at Walmart, and it's on the Walmart website, and it's at CVS. But it is a very long-lasting, full coverage, good concealer. It wears well. It doesn't get crepey. I really like it. But it's moving up. I'm liking it. But I think I like the CoverGirl Outlast Original, the All Day Outlast formula, which has a sponge tip, and this is shade 830. For me, because I'm not like into, just my makeup lately has been a little more sheer, a little more skin-like. This I like. And I've liked this for a long time. If you've watched my channel, I talk about this concealer all the time. And the word I used was that it was kind of like dynamic. Like it has almost this way of being on the skin and setting, and then like nothing, like being kind of above the lines and texture and not sitting into it. And it's just such a good formula. It really is it's just a really good formula. Okay. Last, but certainly not the least, Milani Conceal and Perfect. Go Milani. We just love Milani, right? And this one I've had a long time, so I picked up. So I have 110 and 115. I got just excited about this concealer. Lisa J used this with her BK Beauty brush 108, and I have to say, applying this concealer and then blending it out with this concealer brush is the best. It just has such a beautiful finish. It really, really does a good job. So much so, Wayne Goss did it and was like, whoa, she's right. So if Wayne likes it, you know it's good. So we have shade 110 in the Milani, and then this is shade 115, which, what? No. Yeah. Why is light nude lighter than nude ivory? You know, you just don't know. So it's like the 110 has a little more pink and almost gray, and then the 115 is very peach apricot. Is it peach or is it apricot? Come on, Rebecca. What fruit? What pitted fruit is it? I like it. I like it, and it actually, it's very creamy. It's very, I want to say neutral. It's long wearing. It's just a nice concealer, and I think we like the brands that I'm featuring. I mean, not all of them, but I think maybe most of them are cruelty-free, or just something that you're not spending a ton of money on, but it's like it's super easy to just pick up and buy and not think twice, like, oh, it's too much money, or ooh, where's this made, or anything like that. So there you have it. Those are my concealers that I always reach for. I do have some high-end favorites, and if you want me to do a video featuring them, I will. I will do it even if you don't want me. So definitely let me know. And if there's another category of makeup you're dying to know what my like top 10, top 5 are, let me know that too. I hope you subscribe, help me out, buy from my links. I'm gonna beg. Not too proud. Isn't that a song? All right. Thank you so much again. I will see you next time. Bye.